What's up, everyone? It's Tim from TimPlaysAGame here with Steins Elite for Nintendo Switch. Tonight we're continuing on. We just ran into Makase Kirisu again after finding her dead not 3 hours ago. Apparently she's alive somehow. We're going to find out how, I guess. Really, man, you're hopeless. Okay, Honen-san. Hoen-san. I'd like to hear your story in more detail. Looks like she finally understands I'm not lying. But I still don't understand why my memories don't match everyone else's. I doubt that I can't give her a good explanation.
Makise-san.
Makise-san. It's almost time. Huh? Oh, right. Thank you. Kirisu glances at me one more time, then sighs and heads towards the small conference room. We should go too. Go where? To hear the lecture? Duh. Ah, that. Did she come to attend the lecture too? Strange. Why would the girl genius Makase Kirisu need to attend a lecture like this? Okay, so July 28th, it's 3:02 in the afternoon. Okay, my guess was a bit off. The girl genius did not come to attend the lecture. I'd like to thank everyone for coming to hear me speak today. She's giving the lecture, that's great. Yep. Japan's famous girl genius, Makase Kirisu, who had her thesis published at the tender age of 17. According to Daru, she turned 18 a few days ago. Ooh, hello. No. I first heard about her when Daru pointed her out in a Gossip magazine article. It's my first time giving a lecture like this, so please forgive me if I'm a little nervous. Someone's making popcorn, or everyone's applauding. The audience is pretty mixed. It's mostly students like us, but there are also a couple of professors. And Kirisu just gave me a sharp look. Yeah, the guy who tried to grope me not too long ago. What did you do? Let's see. When I stare back at her, she quickly looks away. Huh. I don't care if she's a genius or whatever. I still don't like her. Meh. She doesn't like you either. The feeling is mutual. She may have these people fooled with her timid girl act, but I learned at Radicon how cunning and aggressive she really is. Even if her murder was some kind of hallucination, my judgment of her character is still correct. For today's lecture, I've been asked to speak on the subject of time travel. It's not really my area of expertise, but I'll try my best. Okay, this video is going to deal a lot with time travel, a lot of scientific jargon, so stay with me here. I'm going to try to explain things the best I can to make things easier on the viewer. Time travel. Oh ho. Let me start by saying that time travel is an absurd concept. You won't be saying that by the end of the series. Objection. That's a shout out to Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. Hua. It's presumptuous for you to claim that time travel is absurd. Ocarina, you magnificent fool. An ATF staffer entered the room ready to kick me out, but Kirisu stopped him. Perhaps I got too carried away. Oh, so now you got too carried away. Okay. Okay, it's fine, I guess. It'll be easier to talk in discussion format. Thanks to her proposal, the event staff refrained from escorting me out. She sounds a little pissed, but let's not mind that. Before that, please listen to my thoughts on the subject. Scientists have proposed many theoretical models of time travel, but there are 11 in particular that bear mentioning. What are the major theories of time travel? I've heard about the cosmic string theory at least. So here we're going to go into the 11 theories. First is the neutron star theory, then the black hole theory, light speed theory, tachyon theory, wormhole theory, exotic matter theory. Let me see if any of these are in the... Well, I want to see if any of these are in the tips yet. Yeah, not yet. Okay, maybe they'll be in there later. They're not entirely important, but I think they're going to go into some of them. cosmic string theory, quantum gravity theory, cesium laser theory, elementary particle ring and laser theory, and the Dirac antiparticle theory. Told you, a lot of scientific jargon. Not bad. Perhaps Makase Kurisu is a worthy rival after all. Sorry for kicking the microphone. However, all of these models are purely theoretical. Some of them even contradict each other. Well, what if someone comes up with a 12th model? Right, well. It could be contradicted by the 13th model now, couldn't it? Accursed girl. I didn't expect that she'd twist my question and use it against me. All of a sudden I can feel everyone's eyes on me. It's risky to be conspicuous, so I probably shouldn't get too carried away. You probably shouldn't get too carried away? Are you sure about this? Okay, by the way, the time travel to the future is available to us right now according to Einstein's special theory of relativity. Let's take a look at that real quick. I think that bears mentioning. Refers to, let's see, theory of relativity, refers to both Einstein's special theory of relativity published in 1905 and his general theory of relativity published in 1960, represented by the famous equation E equals mc squared. The special theory of relativity is defined by the following axioms. Objects cannot travel faster than the speed of light. As velocity approaches the speed of light, the passage of time approaches 0. As velocity approaches the speed of light, length approaches 0. As velocity approaches the speed of light, mass approaches infinity. The general theory of relativity adds the following axioms. In the presence of large gravitational fields, the passage of time slows down. In the presence of large gravitational fields, space curves. In the presence of large gravitational fields, mass increases. So, to sum things up, I'm going to try to make this very easy to understand. Objects can travel basically, let's see. Defined, objects cannot travel faster than the speed of light. Light travels faster than anything else because of mass. As velocity approaches the speed of light, the passage of time approaches 0, because it basically says when something approaches the speed of light, basically time is no longer bound to it. As velocity approaches the speed of light, length approaches 0. Basically, it basically has no mass as it approaches the speed of light. If it were to approach the speed of light, it would have to lose almost all its mass. And as the velocity, yeah, mass approaches infinity. Basically, oh wait, hold on, I think I messed that up. Length approaches 0, but the mass approaches infinity. Basically, it would have more mass to the point where it just, yeah, it'd be infinite. Okay, in the following presence of large gravitational fields, the passage of time slows down. In the presence of large gravitational fields, space curves, and mass increases. So, it's a similar thing. Instead of approaching the speed of light, basically, it would be approaching a large gravitational field. This is all important later on, when we talk about black holes and stuff. For example, let's say someone were to go to Haneda Airport and board a plane headed to Okinawa. Upon arrival, the person would be about 1/100th of a millionth of a second, 100 millionth of a second further into the future than I am. What does that mean? According to the special theory of relativity, time moves slower for objects as they approach the speed of light. For example, if you could run at near speed of light, you could reach a point where time only moves half as fast for you. If you were to keep running at the speed for 24 hours, 48 hours would elapse in the rest of the world, meaning you would jump one day into the future. If you could run at the speed of light, that is. Understand, Honen Kamiyama? You keep pronouncing that name wrong. Honen Kamiyama. Blah 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 blah. Gah. Why are you singling me out? Singling me out. And what about going to the past? Going to the past is possible right now. Take a look at the sky at night. You can see light from the tens of thousands of years ago, can't you? Well, I was just getting started. Let's say you wanted to make a machine that could physically transport people through time. What would you need? Best candidates for this are cosmic strings and wormholes. Cosmic string is a string-shaped crevice with extreme mass. A string-shaped crevice. That must be how they enter our universe. But do cosmic strings really exist? Well, let's find out. Crevice is about as wide as an elementary particle. Just so we're clear on what an elementary particle is, the smallest unit of matter. However, the definition of what constitutes an elementary particle is unclear. Certain elementary particles have a corresponding antiparticle with opposite charge. And at least as long as the diameter of a galaxy. It has immense mass, so it distorts space-time. If you were to travel through that distortion, you could make a full circle around the string in less than 360 degrees. In short, you can do something resembling a warp. This is called a space-time angular deficit. That little triangle right there, that's the space-time angular deficit. When you pass through that area of angular deficit, transit time becomes 0. Now we apply this to a cosmic string moving at near light speed. According to the special theory of relativity, time will flow slower for the cosmic string in relation to its surroundings. In other words, you will arrive in the past after transit. If you use 2 cosmic strings, you can do a space deficit jump. This is where I started to lose. It started to lose me. If you loop backwards to your original location, you can return to the same time you started revolving. And that, roughly speaking, is time travel by means of cosmic strings. By the way, just so nobody misunderstands, cosmic strings are not the same as superstrings. What are superstrings? In physics, the theory that all matter in the universe is composed of strings, the vibrations of which manifest as the elementary particles. This theory, which posits 11 dimensions, is currently impossible to prove experimentally. However, it is said that if this theory is proven, it will explain all phenomena from the birth and scope of the universe on the macro level to elementary particles like quarks on the micro level. Good luck proving it, kids. Kids at home, you can try this experiment yourself. No, I'm kidding. Now then, you need 3 things in order to travel to the past with cosmic strings. First, the cosmic strings themselves. 2 strings to be exact. By the way, they are hypothesized to only exist where the universe was first formed, so they might be a little hard to find. Really. Second, you would need the energy required to make them move at near light speed. How much energy do you think you'd need to accelerate something as long as the Milky Way, the near speed of light? I'm pretty sure it's a little more than 1.21 gigawatts. By the way, a little fun fact about that from Back to the Future: it's supposed to be pronounced 1.21 gigawatts, but the person who wrote the script didn't know what a gigawatt was. Didn't know the exact way to spell gigawatt. Third, you need a spaceship capable of reaching these cosmic strings and returning, with the time traveler alive, of course. What do you think, Honen-san? Care to take on the challenge of cosmic string time travel? That's even possible. And why the hell is she addressing me? Looks like Honen-san doesn't seem to take the challenges. In that case, let's consider wormholes. They may be a little more realistic than cosmic strings. By the way, Hanan-san, do you know what wormholes are? Since I've been challenged, though, I can't leave the question unanswered. It's like a shortcut through space, right? Yes, that's correct. So here we go. We're talking about wormhole theory now. There are two wormholes joined by a tunnel. No matter how far away the wormholes are, transit through the tunnel is 0. But oh no, there's a problem. The wormhole tunnel suffers from supergravity and collapses as soon as it opens. So we need something to negate the effect of gravity. So-called exotic matter, a substance with negative mass which repulses other matter. So basically, yeah, so negative mass, anything that could be called exotic matter that has negative mass could in theory keep the wormhole open. It is something that floats if you leave it on the ground. Maybe not. I can't even begin to imagine what it would be like. Say that the wormhole tunnel is being squished by an invisible fist. In order to pass through, you need something that could oppose my fist grasping force, so that I can't squish anymore. If you stabilize the tunnel with exotic matter injection, instantaneous travel between wormholes becomes possible. To travel through time, however, takes a little more effort. For example, let's say there's a wormhole entrance here in Akihabara, and then exits in Los Angeles. First, we send the wormhole in LA all the way to the end of the universe at the nearest speed of light, and once it's there, we yank it back to LA. How? $1 million question. According to the special theory of relativity, time slows down for objects moving at the speed of light, meaning the hole that returned to LA would be further in the past than the Akihabara hole. So now, if Honen-san jumped into the wormhole, he'd arrive in LA several years before he left. However, this still can't be called true time travel. It only seems that way. This is called the Urashima effect. What is the Urashima effect? Let's see. In special relativity, a phenomenon originating from the fact that time slows down as an object approaches the speed of light. For example, imagine that an astronaut travels to a nearby star and back at close to the speed of light. This trip might take a few years for the astronaut's perspective, but he would return to Earth to find that thousands of years have passed in his absence. Try wrapping your mind around that. The important part is to return to Akihabara from LA through the wormhole once more, since the transit time is 0. Hoen-san will return to Akihabara several years in the past. Time travel complete. You just make it sound so easy. Prerequisites for wormhole travel are simpler than the ones for cosmic string travel, really? Simple, but still probably impossible. First, the wormhole itself. They may exist somewhere in the universe, but nobody has ever seen one. Second, the energy required to move a wormhole to the end of the universe and back at near light speed. Third, exotic matter, which by the way has not been confirmed to exist. So implementation of either one would require a ridiculous amount of effort. Are you sure? Really? Space travel? For one. And incorporating them into a time machine is even more unintelligible. Now do you see what I mean when I said that time travel is an absurd concept? Time travel theories are all just thought experiments. Not one of them can create a viable time machine. That is my answer. This is the limit of modern physics. I can't say how it might change in 10 years, though. Besides, even if someone did overcome the logistics requirements, there may be other factors that prevent time travel from working. And that's because fundamental problems concerning the principle of causality have not been solved yet. Not yet been solved. So just be clear on something. The principle of causality is a scientific and philosophical principle that states that every event has a cause, and it is by that cause an effect is produced. The theory of relativity is founded upon this principle. However, quantum physicists have observed microscale phenomena that do not appear to obey the principle of causality. It's kind of, think of it like a giant if and then statement, if you will, to make things easier. Okay, so we have reached our limit on this video. We're going to go into things a little bit more in depth after this on the next video. But that is going to wrap things up for tonight, everyone. Thank you all so much for watching. Thank you for watching my lecture disguised as me playing a video game. Next time, though, we'll go into more detail about time travel. This game has to set up time travel because it does deal with it. So until then, make sure you like this video, subscribe to TimPlaysAGame. Stay tuned for more Steins Gate Elite videos. Till next time, this is Tim from TimPlaysAGame signing off. And have a good night, guys.